Hello YouTube, welcome to my first city, welcome to episode 4. Just going to do some cinematics, show you how the city is progressing, and then we'll have a tour of what we did last time. So last episode we built the sports area and we built in a high density school as well, elementary school and high school here, and as you can tell this area is really buzzing still. Got loads of people still using this side, even tourism, which is great as well. And then we put some food areas in as well, benching area as well for here. And what we did a lot of work on was expanding the city, which we did all of this work to expand the city and grow the city. And then in the last episode as well, what we did was put our first transport hub in. So we finished off setting this up, connected the railway lines. Also, this is a great asset to have because it comes with railway, comes with the monorail, and also comes with metro as well, so you can connect everything up. So what we want to do today is expand all this area that I built roads for offline, and I think what we're going to do is build some high density area over here, and also expand our just police, schooling and all the necessary stuff that you need to have in place as well to grow the city as well. So let's get to it. So what you can tell from this is that our healthcare availability is quite low still, and we are coming close to the high school availability being quite low, and elementary school as well. We will in a future episode plop in a university, but we're not going to do that today. So what I want to do first of all is get some more income going. So we are going to plop down some more residential around here, because there is loads of demand for residential still. So let's get that all zoned up. And we'll also make sure that everyone does have water as well around here, because I don't think we've expanded it this far. And hopefully part of our new people that are moving in, they start using the train instead of the highway. But we'll have a look at that at the end of the episode to see if people are actually using the train line or not yet. I think we might stop the commercial on this side on up to here, and then just keep the commercial on this side, because we're not growing properly on like in the commercial. We've only got 2x2s or 2x4s or 2x6s. We're not getting much variety in terms of that as well. So let's just make sure these guys have got water, because already they are asking for it. The population's okay. We've got about 8,000 people in the city, so we're not doing bad in terms of residential numbers, but I think we do need to do some mass expansion today, just because there's so much demand. People want to move in. I have uploaded all the new content as well, so this is the newer version of City Skylines. So I have got the malls downloaded as well, which we're going to do in a future episode. I'm thinking maybe today as well, what we might do is buy one more tile and then look at expanding our industrial area to that new tile, but we'll do that further on today. So what we'll do is carry on expanding this residential here, and then we'll do some high density. But I think what we'll do with high density is is do the residential wall-to-wall buildings first, which I'm thinking that we'll do all across here up to there. I think it will sit that quite nicely with the rail line. I think in the future as well we might put a bus station around here, and then around this bit, once you get this tile down here, is actually make it self-sufficient buildings but high density. So let's keep on expanding this area over here in terms of residential. We will pop some commercial back here as well. I'll have a look at what grows there, because I've realised going around the city some of the buildings get really high. Just need to make sure that we make some of the buildings historical so they don't carry on growing. After that, just make sure this is set up to be residential wall-to-wall buildings, so just click that into there, and then when you come over to this area we'll start doing that as well. I've already got some commercial without some electricity. Yeah, the water's fine, we'll just expand this as well. Oh, there's the train. I think that's a nice cut, that is. Might have to change that once you buy that tile, just to make sure that's a smooth in and out. But yeah, got people coming in. So it does look like the train line is working properly, which is good to see. Let's just see where these people go, if they can actually walk it, or are they actually going to jump into their cars. Yeah, seems like they're walking all the way down, quite far. Seems like new residential area that we've just built, moving into that area there, which is good to see. So yeah, 36 people, passengers last week. That's good. So what I want to do over here is, we have got a park over here somewhere. There it is. So we have got a park already, but I think about utilising this space for our hospital, because I know we've got a hospital demand. So I'm thinking, do we just use the high capacity one, because we're going to have quite a lot of residential area in here. Let's just make sure that looks okay. Yeah, that looks okay. Whilst we are here as well, make these buildings historical. I don't want it to be too tall, because it is going to be a small residential buildings here. So drugstore with the petrol station, got pancakes, quiet corner shop, 2 of those. So I'm going to just mark those as historical so they just don't grow any bigger or taller than that. So that's that bit done. We'll also put some crematorium here as well, just right next to it. So that's utilised. And then let's have a look at where we can place our elementary school, high capacity elementary school. Then we pop down the high school first, high capacity high school. I don't want it facing that way actually, I want it facing the train station. Let's just pop that there for now. And then what we can do at the back of it is just put some sports stuff in the back of it as well. Yeah, we can pop that down as well. So I'm thinking we pop that over here. And then once we've got some more money, we'll detail this area for later on in the episode as well. But I think, yeah, that should look nice. And that should give enough coverage for everyone in this area. So this bit has filled up nicely. We have got some gaps around here that we're just going to brush in with some trees. But as you can see, there's loads of residential demand still. So let's go for high density and see what we get. So I'm just going to do this bit first, see how it looks. And then we'll see if we're going to use the same skyline in the rest of the area as well. So I think I'm quite happy with those. I think they look quite nice. Some quite bright colours in there, but it doesn't matter. We have got some high residential just coming on this side as well, which I think quite blends in quite nicely with the low residential as well. So I think we're carrying on going with these. And then what we might do is use a surface painter just to make this area grey. I think because you've got realistic parking on as well, we might need to add some small parking slots as well, just so we don't get too many cars blocking up the roads as well. So let's add this parking now. So let's add the parking now. So these are the new parking, part of the new update that we've got. So small decorative parking lot, and then you have a bigger one, the large decorative parking lot. So I'm thinking we're going to use the small ones, just plop them in different areas. I think what will happen is once you start zoning this area, the buildings will just grow themselves. So let's zone this bit. And let's see how that looks once they all come into play. I think that looks okay with the parking in the middle. Gives another opportunity for people to park and get through. Some of the parking isn't quite right, so we might have to readjust the heights on those ones. So what I'm going to do is just pop some of this parking down in the rest of the areas. Let's just terraform this to make sure that everything gets kind of level. So that just terraformed all of that, so that's absolutely fine now. Let's get some parking down and some random locations, which should help us. Trying to make this into like a downtown area where the hustle and bustle. I think we're going to get quite a lot of traffic down here. We'll see what happens. No need to panic yet. The demand for residential is so high that we need to get these down as quick as possible. What I have just done here as well is just pop down a police station, a petrol station. So they're the high capacity ones that I put down as well. Just going to fill it in with some commercial area just there as well. And then we have got all our high density stuff coming in now, which looks good with all the different colours. And I don't think it looks that bad in terms of the low residential go to high residential. I think we'll have quite a good skyline, and then part of this area down here we could do the self-sufficient high level residential. So the next bit that I want to concentrate on is buying this tile over here. Could actually get some bespoke industry area here as well, and we've got a good sense of forestry, farming and ore and oil in this area. So I do want to buy this tile, so we're going to purchase this one. And the first one that I want to start off with is kind of the farming that we want to do first. So if we look at the natural resources here, we've got a massive chunk here, our fertile land. I think we're going to start off with that one first. But first what we need to do is make sure there is a good access into this area. So I do think we need to make a connection from the highway, and we could use this connection here because it's not too close to this one. So I think what we're going to use is this generic one that comes with the initial game. I think this will be an easy one to connect up, and we might have to do some modifications to it to make sure it fits. But let's break some of this down a bit more in terms of highway. Yeah, I think that should be okay for now. Once that's placed, what we'll do is we'll kind of tidy this up. We'll do some amendments to this one just to make sure it looks nice. So let's connect that back up. one here and then this one here, and that should be good to go. What we'll also do is make this one a ramp as well, so it's not. Yep, that looks good. Make sure the connections are good. We can use lane mathematics here, but what I'm going to do is instead just use traffic manager and use lane connectors just to make sure that everyone goes to the right lanes. Yeah, and that should be fine. And then what we'll do is we'll zone this area out as an industrial area. So I'm going to paint all of this. Make sure we have the big brush. So all of this is going to be the farming area. So that's that. And what we'll do is we'll just run, because this is a single highway, a single lane highway here. We're going to downgrade these to a 2-lane, which is that one. So those ones down, make sure they're grounded, make sure, and then what we'll do is we'll use a 4-lane road from here onwards and then connect these up. So just run it to there for now, and then we'll get these and connect that up and that one up. So we use the movement mod just to make this look a bit more nice. And we're using Node controller just to make sure these are running absolutely fine as well. And that should do the trick. So what I am thinking here is that we connect this road and make a connection all the way over here to this, so that way the city has got another connection from the highway, because I think a lot of people are using the main kind of roundabout, which is here, to get into the city, whereas we can use that connection that we created just now to connect into the city. So let's connect this up so that we have a bridge that connects into the city, but also we can start doing this industrial area. Cool. So we've got this road, so let's connect this, bring this all the way down up to about here, and then we'll change it to make sure that it bridges over. And just looking at this, I might just do a curve to bring it over. Actually, let's just bring it straight and then we see where it ties up towards the end. So we can bring this down and connect it. So let's get this road here. Bring this one straight down. Bring it up to 10 here, and then we should have good connection. Yeah. I think that looks clean. And that is not too much of a dip. We could just bring this up slightly as well. Just use the move it mod to bring this up slightly. And we'll bring this one up as well. And that way, this just gives another way through to the city. Cool, so let's get that going. So now that's another connection. So what I am thinking is we put the farming main building over here. So let's do a connection just off here. And then I am thinking of building a roundabout as well. So we have another connection where we're going to put all the fields. Build that straight. Just get by 20 for now. Then let's get this building down. So this is the main building. So you have to have this a part of any industry that you build. So we've got to pop this down first before we can put any other assets down. And then what we'll do is put some farmers barracks just opposite, so people have got a place to stay. So this will increase the work efficiency of the workers in the industry area. So each building increases the workers' efficiency by 5% up to a maximum of 100%. So pop those down as well. And obviously they need electricity and water, but we'll do that shortly. So what I am thinking here as well is just pop a roundabout think this should be a good point to do it, to bring it down here. And then we'll use roundabout builder to build this for us. Don't think we need it that big. I think that should be big enough. Go one more down. We'll do a 2-lane for now. I think 2-lane should be big enough. And then we'll just get the priorities right set up on this. So that's done. And then what we can do is start building our fields, down here. So I'm thinking of building them towards the highway, because I think it'd be a nice view to come into the city and see the fields. So let's just build off here for now. And then we'll just connect it straight into here for now. And then let's get our first fields down so we can start actually producing some stuff. So we're going to do the large crops because everything's unlocked. So I'm going to pop these just a bit away. And it's up to you how you want to set these. So these are the greenhouses. We have wheat, that's a greenhouse, and then you can have potatoes as well. And you can have corn as well, and cotton. So there's a variety of ones that you can use. Just try and think with the ground that we've got, I think maybe corn will look nice. So let's do corn for now. All of these ones, I think that should be enough just to get it moving. And then what we'll do is make sure we get some power lines down here. That's the power line connector, and let's just connect some water up as well. So we should have a main pipe that's here, yep. So connect this one up beneath the road. We might just add another separate large water here as well. Cool, so everyone's got water and we've got electricity. So that should be producing some, that should start producing itself now. Gonna run that one down and put some more down. Think we'd use these large fruit crops this time. And for this one you have oranges, apples, or pears. I think we'll go with pears here. Just a bit of different colours. And we'll make sure they get some water as well. Cool. So I'm just going to look at this road, make sure it's straight. Might change this to make sure it's straight instead of having angles. Cool, perfect. I'll just sort out the water pipes again because they won't be going through the road. So we already got our 4 trucks distributing now, I'm guessing, going outside the city. So exporting agricultural products, which is good. So what we need to do now is make sure we have a space for them to store. So I'm just thinking might run a road just behind here. Cool. What we could do is just pop some around here, just thinking. So what we want is you either get small grain silos or large grain silos, or you can use small barn or a large barn, and these ones have different capacity and different freight truck count as well. So these ones have 25 and stored up to capacity of 600,000. So I think we'll pop these down. Just 2 of these I think should be enough for now, because I don't want too many imports coming in from outside, so I just want it come internally, which would be good. So you pop some parking around here as well. So I think that should be big enough. Just to pop there. Just gives another way to get in. And what we'll do is we'll ban parking on this road as well. So just going to use traffic manager to do that. So let's ban parking. Let's start using the car park. Just because I want this to be a main road to travel through. And then we'll also make sure that we have dedicated turning lanes here as well. And turn off the traffic lights. Don't think it's going to get that busy. But we have got loads of demand for industry still. So what I am thinking as well is that what we can do is part of this connection to the roundabout is have a cargo train station here, and that way we can export faster, and it keeps everything within the industry area instead of having to go into the city. So in order to level up to the next stage, we need to produce 500, and we need to have 258 workers. So we've got 254 workers at the moment, so we need to increase that by 1 more. Well, another 6 people, which would be great. So I'm just thinking I might just pop some more fuels down on this side, just so we level up. Change these ones to corn as well. So you can already tell we're having an influx of trucks coming in to fill in these storage, because we're not producing enough ourselves at the moment. And then what we'll start doing again is start exporting again. But I think it looks quite nice here. And then what we could do is bring this road straight down and put some of the other assets that you have available within the farming industry. Cool, let's just bring it straight down. Bring it up to there for now and just connect this up as well at the back. Cool. We'll put some more fruit ones here as well. I think that should be enough for fields. Yeah, happy with that. And then what we can do over here is put some generic industry down for farming as well. So let's just zone this bit out. Put some generic farming down, because they've got quite a lot of demand. Let's make sure this area has some water as well. So yeah, we reached stage 2, so we've got enough production going on. Just need slightly more workers again, so we're just making slightly less. So I'm just going to improve this, improve logistics on here, improve worker safety as well, and we'll leave the automation for now. So let's put down some farmer maintenance buildings as well, because these will increase the storage capacity by 5% as well. I'm just thinking of popping these here. We want them quite close to the fields, because they're doing all the maintenance. I do think that's quite nice already. We will do some detailing, put some farming fences around here as well. But yeah, the generic industries look good as well in terms of farming as well. Loads of different variety in there. And this will help our commercial area as well. Cool. So we're already at the stage 3, so level 3, which is good. So efficiency has increased by 30%, but pollution has dropped by 20%. We are making a loss because we are importing a lot at the moment, and hopefully you'll start seeing this number drop, because they were still filling up. These are still only at 75%. So once they go to 100, we can start exporting and selling the goods again. What I also done is just put a recycling centre down, because just need a dedicated area for recycling, because it is quite far to travel, and I have put a fire station just in case there's a fire around here as well. I think the high capacity police station that we have on that side should be able to cover this area as well. So we have got one more building to put down, which is quite big. So I'm just going to drop that over here, I think. And that is the slaughterhouse. So thinking we just drop that in the middle, and then what we can do is have another one running just down here as well, another road. I think that should be enough, just that node there, and then we can put down some large animal pastures here as well. I think we should be able to squeeze that one just there as well. Yep. May be able to move this a bit along as well. Just going to use the move it mod for some reason, it's not clipping in. Just going to move this along there, this one along there, and that should be good enough for now. So I might just change this to a 4-lane road, because I think it will be quite busy. So I'm looking for the small 4-lane road that we have, and I think this one is the one that I'm looking for. Yep. That way we won't lose anything. I'm just going to turn these into dedicated tailing lanes as well. Then in this middle bit we could just pop some parking down again. Let's see if these ones fit. Yeah, they will fit. So I'm going to do is just expand this road down. I think I'll make it that big for now, not going to the rocks. And I'll get some of the other assets in that you need, like flour mill. So the flour mill will help you produce flour. Production rate of 4,000 and has 5 freight trucks. So yeah, we're just going to put down the flour mill just here as on the end, just 2 of those. And I think that's all we need now, because we've got the animal products going and we've got the flour mill going as well. Still making a loss. I think we will start to generate some income once the animal products are outputting and the flour does as well. And what I am thinking back here as well is just put some warehouses down. I think I'm going to use the medium ones just here. So we're going to pick flour and animal products. I'm going to leave them unbalanced for now while they fill up. So I think this area looks good for our first industry. So what I'm thinking is in the future episodes we will do a cargo train station connection here. Looks like exporting. But we've got everything down for now, and I think the mix of, you know, the generic industry and the farming industry looks really good. And then what we can do is as well is put down some of the bespoke factories that you get in the city skylines as well. But what I'm going to do now is just do a quick detailed time lapse. So what I've done in this area is just go around with a fence, which you get part of the farming industry. So I just wrapped it all the way around. I think this area is quite buzzing, and the traffic's not too bad either. So we don't have too much traffic going on here, and it's quite managed. And they've got a straight connection to the highway as well, which is good to see. And what we've done on the other side is this area that we developed. So you put the hospital down here, and high school and elementary school, and I'll just add another elementary school here as well because we've got quite a lot of demand. And I've added the same kind of, this is part of the new sports DLC, so I've just added this one, swimming pool, the tennis court, and also a basketball court. And I put the new parking down as well, which looks great, blends in nicely. I use the surface tool as well, just to make it all look nicely blended in, but loads of people are utilising this already, which is great to see. So I think I'm just going to wrap you up there for today. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, press the like button, and hopefully we keep on growing, because I think this high density next to each other looks quite good. And I think what we'll do next time is maybe look at adding a bus depot as well. I'm probably expanding this area as well and turn some residency as well. But hopefully see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.